Hey all, welcome back to my channel. I have to say this hairstyle is I took a shower and then I took a nap. So yeah, that's what you get. I have a haul here. I've been buying kind of a lot of perfume lately. A little bit of panic buying. I found some of the ones that are my favorites were hard to find when I tried to find them online, and I got a little nervous that I wouldn't be able to get them or they'd have to pay a lot to get them. So I bought a larger size of my Atelier Cologne Filter Salon and then my Italiano Donna by Armaf. I bought those. But I also got these little hauls, and I like to get like as big of a bang for my buck as I can when I put a cart together. So I'll get like the small sizes of things unless the large ones are of value and seem reasonable. So I've got a lot of stuff to go through today, but get into it. So I'll start with this the Colonia Lime and Nutmeg, which is a unisex German. 4711 is one of the oldest, or maybe the original cologne manufacturers in Germany, in Cologne, Germany. So it's kind of a historical significance there. And this Lime and Nutmeg I thought was slightly disappointing. I'm a huge fan of lime, and on Fragrantica these are the only two notes, lime and nutmeg, but the people say they can get the lime more, and I definitely get the nutmeg more. So I would rename this Nutmeg and Lime, and if I knew to expect like high nutmeg concentration and less lime, I probably would like it a little more. It's pretty unisex. It smells good. Yeah, you got spray kind of a lot. I'm wearing it right now, so it's nice. I think it would smell really good on a guy too. But you know, it's low concentration, so you can just spray a lot. It doesn't last super long, but it's all right. And I actually watched a video on this and put another card together for the mandarin or the blood orange and basil version of this line because people were going crazy on that one. So we've got that one coming too. That's nice. The bottle is nice. The sprayer is really nice, and they give you either a sprayer or a splash top, although I don't know why people would use a splash top if they've got a sprayer. It just seems kind of, maybe that's just a customary thing if you're used to doing it that way, I guess. So there's that. And then I bought a couple Guerlains. This is a dill, and Delicious Delights actually turned me onto this one. And it is a floral, really floral, like musky floral, with the top notes of freesia, tincture of rose, which is that different than rose? Come on. Raspberry, lychee, middle notes, jasmine, lily of the valley, peony, lily, and lilac, and then the base musk and patchouli. Now this for me is a very musky floral. And at first I was like, I don't really like it that much because I thought it was going to be super lily of the valley heavy, and I honestly get an equal amount of the lilac and the lily of the valley, which actually saves it for me because I really love lilac. Lilac takes me back to my childhood. You know, I'm not that huge of a fan of florals. I realize, like this floral, but this is nice. It's a pretty floral. I think it's like, it could be a signature scent if you like florals. It's kind of sexy too with the musk and the patchouli. But for me, the lilac saves it because when I pulled that out, I was like, yeah, this is cool because I don't have much other fragrances with lilac in them. So if you like lilac or lily of the valley, it's prominent in that too, but I really get the lilac. And then I bought one that's another Guerlain that the Yana at the Scented recommended and was going wild about, and it's good. This is an interesting fragrance. It's a tea scent with chamomile and lemon, and I don't have any fragrances with chamomile and lemon. This is marketed as unisex. It's very light. It's one of those that I would think you could put in the fridge and spray pretty liberally. The longevity isn't awesome, but it's okay, maybe like 3 hours. But it's it's calming. Chamomile is a really calming kind of relaxing scent, And this is also relaxing, and the tea is the prominent note for sure, but you do get a lot of the chamomile. And then the lemon isn't, to me, I don't get that much of the lemon, but a lot of people say they do. And so, yeah, this one, it's Guerlain's Aqua Allegoria Tea Azzurra, and the notes are green tea, which I think is an interesting distinction between regular tea. I'm not sure how that differs scent-wise, if I would notice that, but green tea, chamomile, lemon, and then jasmine, bergamot, yuzu, grapefruit, cologne, C-A-L-O-N-E. It is a chemical. I don't know what that does to the fragrance, but and then musk and vanilla. So yeah, that's nice. Aqua Allegoria Tea Azzurra by Guerlain. Next, I bought one for nostalgia's sake. This is a fragrance that I would wear in middle school. This is like the one perfume that I remember getting in middle school, and I bought it thinking like, oh, it's gonna take me way back, but it didn't. I was a little bit disappointed, but it kind of does. It's like, yeah, I can kind of remember, but I don't know if they reformulated it. It didn't really bring back a rush of middle school memories like I thought it would. No more than just like thinking about it does. But it's okay. It's an interesting, like kind of complex actually composition, and it's yeah, nobody has this, or people do, but I don't know, I've never heard anybody talk about it. Its top notes are apricot, peach, green notes, and bergamot, and I definitely get the apricot and the peach prominent, and the vanilla that's in the base are the three most prominent notes. And then people say they can pull out the heliotrope, which is a middle note. So middle notes are orris root, jasmine, heliotrope, rose, lily of the valley. And then in the base, sandalwood, cinnamon, amber, musk, cedar, and vanilla. So it's a complex combination. It's a little bit powdery. I don't mind the powder. I'm not a big fan of powdery notes, but it's not bad. It's kind of an interesting fragrance in that I felt like it got stronger. Like it comes out a little bit softer, and then within like the first hour, it actually seems like the scent like gets more intense, which is bizarre. It also turned white. I sprayed it like on this black lid, and it turned white, so I don't know what's going on there. It's kind of strange, but it's just, you know, a nostalgic thing now that I have reminds me of middle school. I also picked up a Juliet Has a Gun, the dot 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 dot. You can see. And this is heavy in raspberry, vanilla, caramel, sandalwood, tuberose, heliotrope, iris, patchouli, white musk, orange blossom, geranium, and neroli. But for me, it doesn't smell that complex. It's pretty subtle. I was thinking, it's like if a vanilla cupcake was like shooting out like raspberry and vanilla sprays in the corner of kind of a dusty room. Like it's got this kind of far away scent that I can't really describe very well, but that's kind of what I picture when I smell this. But it's yummy. I mean, the vanilla, the raspberry, the caramel, the sandalwood, it's nicely kind of blended and smooth. I think this is a really good date night fragrance because it's kind of stays close to the skin. It's not super strong, and it is nice and cozy and yummy, and slightly gourmand. So that is by Juliet Has a Gun. Yummy. And you know, I don't know if I'll get the full size. I love Juliet Has a Gun bottles, but we'll see how long it takes me to get through this mini size before I decide if I want to invest in the bigger one. I also got one that was on my list for a very long time, which is Indigo by Nest, and I really like this fragrance. It's tea, fig, bergamot, cashmere wood, and cardamom, and I just think it's really unique and just kind of intoxicating. I don't know if it's the fig or what it is that makes it so. The cashmere wood, which is a note that I don't know what that would smell like on its own, but it smells great, whatever it is that's in here. And there's not that many notes, so yeah, indigo. It's got good longevity. It's probably got 4 or 5 hours of longevity. I would say it's, you know, good for maybe not the hottest days of the year, but you know, like a cool summer night, you could get away with, cooler summer night, you could get away with wearing it, or a fall or spring. And in the winter, I think it would be fine too. So it's one of those that you could almost wear all year round, except maybe in the very high heat. And it's really unique. It's the tea is just yummy, but it's with the other notes. It's very unique tea scent. So Indigo by Nest Fragrances, very good. I also got a couple little minis of Jo Malone. My first Jo Malone, because I wanted this Peony and Blush Suede. It's a nice, nice light, bright peony scent. I think I really like red apple. That's the top note in this, and I didn't realize that. So I did a little research, but it's just so, it's like one of those florals that doesn't, it's not headachy, it seems very light, and I think it's from the apple in it. So top note is red apple, and then the middle is peony, jasmine, carnation, and rose, and the base is suede. And I don't know what suede smells like or how that plays into this. I don't really get it, but the longevity isn't too bad. I'd say maybe like 3 hours. But yeah, this is a really pretty one. I feel like it's maybe overpriced though. I just feel like I'm gonna go through this quicker than I should for how much it cost. I don't know how much exactly it was, but it wasn't that cheap. So Jo Malone Peony and Blush Suede, very nice, beautiful, light floral with red apple. It also came with this wood sage and sea salt, which I didn't really know of before I bought it. It was a combo, and it is good. I like this one, except that the performance is really poor. This is one where I like the scent enough that I might invest in like a layering thing where I had a shower gel and a lotion or some other forms of this wood sage and sea salt fragrance that I could layer to give it a little bit better longevity. But the main notes are sea salt, sage, grapefruit, ambrette, and seaweed. So it's yeah, it's very light. Yeah, and it does layer well with the peony and blush suede, but I do kind of like them better each on their own. And I think the longevity on this is, yeah, leaves something to be desired, but it smells great. So wood sage and sea salt by Jo Malone. And then I bought a bigger size, because I had a sample. I bought a bigger size of my Elie Saab Le Parfum Intense, and I bought the regular Le Parfum by Elie Saab so I could compare the two. And when I researched it, they said that this was like the nighttime version and this was the daytime version, and that makes sense. I mean, this is a very sexy, cozy, warm, honey, heavy fragrance, and this one is lighter. And the main notes in the regular, not intense version are African orange flower, jasmine in the middle, and the base is patchouli, cedar, rose, and white honey. What the heck is white honey? Oh, I don't know. I don't know what's that. How does that smell different than regular honey? Come on. Sometimes I think these things just get made up. I don't know. But yeah, this is like a more office appropriate, daytime appropriate, like less sexy version of this, which is why I like this one a little better and probably won't invest in this one, just because it's similar enough, but it's different. It's different. So the intense version, the top note is orange blossom, rather than the African orange flower, and then the middle notes are lang lang, rose, and honey. And the honey is, I think, the more prominent of those, and then the base is patchouli and amber. So that gives it pretty good longevity. It's just, yeah, it's really nice. Oh, I like this one. Elie Saab Le Parfum Intense and Elie Saab Le Parfum during the day. So daytime, kind of nighttime. I like this one a lot. This one's fine. And I also picked up on the Jana at the Scented's recommendation a little travel size of the Ange, I don't know how to pronounce this, it's French. Ange au démon les secrets? That's terrible. I don't know. Eau de Parfum. Eau de Parfum, yeah. And this is nice. This is a tea scent that is from like the most noticeable notes in it to the least. Tea, cranberry, lemon, peony, jasmine, woodsy notes, patchouli, and then water lily. It's pretty unique. The cranberry is a note that I do not think I have in any of my other fragrances, and it's nice. It's also got good reviews from my date. I wore this on a date and he liked this, so that's guy approved. And it's yummy. It's just yeah, it's nice and interesting and light. You could get away with it. I'd say it'd be good in the fall and good in the winter. It's kind of sexy, but not super sexy. I mean, a tea scent I think is, it depends on your taste, you know, if people think that's sexy or not. It's kind of sexy though. Yeah. So Givenchy, Ange Demon, a secret. I think it's terrible. I cannot pronounce it, but you get it. You get it. Then I got two Moschino, because I read this article about how like I like citrus perfumes, and they were going on about the citrus selections in the Moschino line. So I tried these out. This is Toy 2 by Moschino. And I gotta say, it's not one of my favorites. I might regift this perfume. It's a really safe, kind of fruity floral, probably good for work or good for the office, you know, not gonna be offensive. The notes from like most prominent to least are green apple, white currant. I don't know really what white currant smells like, but apparently other people say they get it. Musk, peony, magnolia, mandarin, jasmine, amberwood, and sandalwood. And it's all right. It doesn't last super long. I'd give it like 2 hours. It's just a drawback too, but it's not an expensive fragrance either. So, and it gets mixed reviews. Some people are like, no, this gives me a headache. And I did get a little bit headachy the first time I smelled it, but then after I tried it a little bit and on the skin, it didn't do that to me. It was just fine and kind of weak performance. So Moschino Toy 2. And also because it was recommended as a citrus, I got the Moschino Cheap and Chic I Love Love. And this is definitely citrus, but it's a little bit like sharp for me. I like citrus a lot, but it's like, I don't know, there's a weird note in here. What was it? Oh, so the notes are grapefruit, orange, lemon as like what people notice. So yeah, very citrusy. And then red currant, musk, cedar, sugarcane, bulrush. I've never heard of that before. I have no idea what that would smell like, but maybe that's what gives it the sharpness. I don't know. And then it says lily of the valley, woodsy notes, tea rose, and cinnamon. I don't really get any of that. So those are in there, but they're not as prominent. And yeah, I like this one probably better than the Toy 2. But again, it's not, I don't know, it didn't blow me away. It wasn't like, there's just something a little bit sharp in it as a citrus that I don't know, I don't prefer over a more like smooth citrus or a more like true to citrus scent. It's a lot of citrus all mixed together. It doesn't smell like one, it just smells like a little sharp, but it's all right. And then the longevity is okay. I'd say it's a little better than the Toy 2 on me. Probably get like 2.5, 3 hours out of this if I put it on liberally. So yeah, that's my big haul. Oh, and I also got a few samples I'll mention very quickly. I got the Moschino Fresh Couture, the one that looks like a little Windex bottle. And this, I did not realize, is a bergamot bomb. And I'm like, yeah, no, not a big bergamot person. So yeah, I wasn't a fan of this so much because bergamot's like meh for me. But yeah, got that. And then I got this Acqua di Parma Blue Mediterraneo. Arancia di Capri, which is another citrus, orange. And this I like on, but I wasn't impressed with the performance. Again, it was like maybe 3 hours or less, and it just wasn't there anymore. So I think the price is kind of high for something that doesn't last that long. Even though it's a citrus, I think you can sometimes make things go a little bit longer than this. But the initial smell is nice, so I'll probably use this up, but not purchase another one of these. Acqua di Parma, Blue Mediterraneo, Arancia di Capri. Yeah, it's an orange heavy scent, which is alright. Then I bought 3 samples of Aquilina pink sugar derivatives, and I immediately purchased the gold sugar, but it was hard to find, and it's like a $17, well, between like $18 and $25, I guess, and I couldn't find it on any like original site, so I had to buy it on eBay, which was kind of sad because it's really nice. So I guess maybe, I don't know, they need to remake this one because it's got creme brulee and it's like a really nice smooth gourmand that I don't think really references original pink sugar that much, but on its own it's just a really yummy creme brulee scent that kind of smells like caramely, and it's smooth but not too overpowering, and I think the longevity is pretty decent on this, maybe 3 or 4 hours. I could overspray and get a little more probably too. So Gold Sugar by Aquilina. I also liked Pink Flowers by Aquilina and Pink Sugar Sparks, and this I felt like the Pink Sugar Sparks reminds me of a little bit of YSL Black Opium, but with a tea and bergamot twist at the beginning. So it's a little bit, and I don't mind the bergamot in this, it's a little bit like a unique and inexpensive version of Black Opium to me on the dry down. When the dry down comes in, that vanilla comes through, there's a coffee note in here, so I get that reference. And this I thought was, the Pink Flowers was actually pretty nice too. I ran out of researching energy to give you all the lowdown on this, but I might talk about this in another video, just in depth a little more, because these two are now like backlisted for me, like because they're such a good value. Aquilina products are not expensive, and they seem to have decent longevity, and I like the scents, and I think they're kind of interesting and unique. I might actually buy these eventually. So yeah, Aquilina Pink Flowers and Pink Sugar Sparks. And that is all of the new fragrances that I have. Until next time, thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe if you haven't. Give it a like if you like this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Take care. Bye-bye.